Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Biz. I'm Tatiana and I have the honor of having Rob Burns here with me today. Rob is the founder and CEO of videotelepathy.com and a speaker here at SellerCon 2018. Rob, thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah. So Rob does specialize in video, so maybe you can share a little bit first about what your company is and what kind of support it provides for your customers.
Sure. So we're a video production company and we specialize, I'd say probably about 80% of our business are for e-commerce and Amazon sellers, which is really exciting because Amazon's opening up video for more people. Like most people, I think probably by the next month or two will be able to, like on their own, product page, where it used to be just limited to certified vendors and brand certified.
Yeah, like you would have to be approached by Amazon. And
you
have to have like a certain number.
You'd have to be a big deal, and like BMW was one, and they spent like $500,000 for their page to have video on, and now everybody can do it for free. So we do those kind of videos, and we also do a lot of crowdfund, Kickstarter, Indiegogos, actually commercials, marketing videos, social media ads, things like that. So so a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's awesome. So a lot of you guys know that I kind of built my business using video and on my YouTube channel and all that, but I always advocate, use video, be the face of your brand, but a lot of people don't want to be the face of their brand because it can be intimidating or you just don't feel comfortable in front of the camera. So it's great to utilize a service like yours because you hire professional actors, you have like the whole model, you even do script writing, is that correct?
Yeah, so we built a whole platform, so where we just make it really super simple and streamlined. So there's actually once you join, there's actually a drop-down menu, and you can actually pick your spokesperson actor. And you watch a little video, and then you can choose your backgrounds, and you can choose different kinds of music if you want background music, or you can supply backgrounds of music, and you can add give us extra footage if you want, and we'll integrate it in there. And so we kind of do that whole thing, and then either you can give us a script, or you can hire one of our script writers. So and we do those really inexpensive. And usually the main reason we had script writers is because that was a big bottle. Like most folks, they go, I'll write a script, and then it's like 6 months later, like, I'm gonna get around. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So
now with Amazon Video, so where would this video be like on an Amazon listing?
So it's actually like now, it used to be like people could kind of sneak things in the related shorts, along the bottom. But now you're actually, in that hero section, like on the top where your product photos are, they're actually starting to let people add those to there, which is pretty exciting because that's videos are just huge for conversion. So I think it's going to get to the point where it's if you don't have video and your competition does, and that's it's going to be a deal breaker. So
and kind of the reason why it converts so well is because when you're buying something online, you can't hold it, you can't see it, you can't try it on. So when someone's showing it on video, it just becomes so much more personable. You understand the product better, and so that's why it would convert well.
And we don't have any proof, but it's just kind of a theory that seems to be playing out is. I think Amazon favors people when they do put video on there, and it has some effects on the rankings because I think it shows Amazon like these people are serious about their product and they're actually investing time and money in their product and marketing their product. So then we'll give them a little more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I see that. So now you don't just like do video for Amazon. You do video for Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, or pretty much anywhere anybody wants to integrate video.
Yep.
So how would a video that you create for an Amazon listing differ from maybe a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad? How is the content different and all that stuff?
So each video is really geared towards that particular social media platform.
Yeah.
And usually we like to like for the ads, like the social media ads, like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, things like that. Create a question that your product page or your product video will solve. And so on a Facebook ad, it might be something like, if you want to find out more, about this thing, but you kind of leave it like a little bit of a hook, so that they have to go and find out more on the page, or offer them some kind of a discount or a coupon or something like that, so that they go to the product page. And then the product page, of course, is solving those solutions and answering those questions. So
Gotcha, right. And how does like storytelling play into this? Like,
storytelling is huge.
Do you have time to tell a story on like a Facebook ad or something?
You can. I mean, Yeah, I would say we've seen probably the sweet spot for conversions about 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
Which would be about 250 words, somewhere around there. So yeah, and the thing with this storytelling, it's super effective, but it doesn't have to be a long story, and it can be just kind of the components of a story. So it's like, hey, I like to talk. I like to focus on solving, solutions and solving problems. Hey, we had this challenge, we had this problem, and then we found this product, or we made this product, and this product solved this problem, which is really not their problem, it's the people watching the video's problem. And so basically they're providing the solution, to that. And so, you can do almost a little mini story in about 1.5 minutes. So,
right,
yeah.
Right.
So.
Nice, yeah. And then how does crowdfunding play a role with video? Because, some of our viewers, maybe you guys are trying to get some pre-sales, trying to get some money for the business.
Yeah.
How could you use video with a crowdfunding campaign?
Yeah, video is great. And again, as we were talking about the story selling and the pain points, and most of the really high performing crowdfund, Kickstarters, Indiegogos, things like that are people that it's usually kind of the originators, because I think it lends authenticity. So it for the most part, unless you're just showing maybe stuff being demonstrated, for the most part I would recommend having the people that actually are doing the Kickstarter in the video. And again, it's like, hey, we had this problem, our bikes, my bike kept constantly getting stolen, or something like that, and then so I invented this thing that you stick under your seat and you can track your bicycle, and something like that. And then and they could talk about the story about how they came through, because but you want to frame it in a way where the people that are watching are like, that's my problem, so I got that problem, and because that
relatable.
Yeah, because like I was saying, like nobody cares about you and your problems.
Yeah.
They care about them and their problems, and they'll so if you can, the best videos really kind of place the viewer, into the person that's talking's chair, kind of thing.
Yeah. Now, what about for people who, maybe they don't have the finances to hire a company, and so they want to integrate video into their campaigns or on the listing, and so they want to film it themselves,
right?
But they feel like, well, I don't have the video equipment, I don't have the lighting, I don't have this, I don't have that. Does it have to be super professional?
No, and I think I think it's pretty niche specific.
Yeah.
If you're selling Learjets, you probably don't want to, shoot it on your iPhone. But I think we were discussing earlier, like maybe segments like mommy bloggers, and they have products. Those are great, because those are moms talking to moms, and they're talking about mom problems and mom solutions. So those, you could shoot on a phone and just do it super natural, and I think they're probably more effective than a highly polished thing, because they create more of a trust factor. So when you have those kind of person-to-person communities, then I think just kind of a more organic style video is much better than having a highly polished one.
Yeah.
If you have something, usually the product videos, I think that's where you really want to see more production, just for the fact that that's where you're gaining more trust and faith. Like, oh, this is a real company. They're legitimate, and they're investing time into in making something like this. So
I can see that. And personally myself, I don't know if this might apply to you as well. When I'm browsing through Facebook, there's a lot of ads that go browse through. But when I see a Facebook video that looks like it's one of my friends' videos, or really personal, like on a selfie or something like that, I stop and I watch it, because I think it's my friend.
Yeah.
It's not super professional. It doesn't have amazing lighting, and so I actually spend more time watching it, and then I realize it's an ad.
Yeah.
So I could see how that would convert more, maybe.
Yeah, and there's videos that I call them anglerfish videos, which I don't know if you know what an anglerfish is, but it's like there's this super ugly fish that basically looks like a rock, and it's got like a little thing that sticks out of its forehead, looks like a fishing pole, and there's like a little worm dangling out there, and like fish will swim by and go, oh, hey, there's a worm by the rock, snack, and then bam, they get hit. And so basically an anglerfish video is something like that, where it's really super short, but it's just created to get your attention and make a connection. And so there was a good one I was showing as an example when on stage today, where this company, they just had different people. It was a cup that it was a no spill coffee cup, thermos thing, and so like he would sit on a table, and it's like all these people are like just whacking his cup, and it was just like just going like that, and it wouldn't knock over, but then you could like lift it up, and so it was like just all these general kind of people off the street going, what, this is crazy, kind of thing. And so when you're looking at it, even if you're looking at this without any sound, you're just like, I want to know, what is that kind of thing? And so those are really good, and those are really good, for doing kind of organic style where you could just shoot it off your phone, or man on the street type things where they're like trying out your product and what's your impression, and things like that. So those are really good. I had way back in the day, and this is like kind of pre-video business day, I actually owned a hot sauce company.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like the only thing I won on my tombstone. So I won it's the largest hot sauce contest in the world. It's called International Scoville Awards, which is super nerdy, I know, but like so on my tombstone it's one winner of the International Scoville Awards, whatever. But anyway, so long story short is we did something where and so we did kind of these hole in the wall Mexican style hot sauces, and so what we did is we actually went to Mexico, like we go to these taco stands, and like here's this big nerdy gringo coming up and like, hey, you want to try my hot sauce, and they'd all be just like, yeah, get out of here, kind of thing. And I'm like, no, try it, like you try it, and they're like, oh man, this is good, and so so we'd have all these people like in Tijuana going, man, this is amazing hot sauce, and it's like some gringo that made it. So those are really fun and effective, and it was really kind of pre-video marketing days, because it's only been really, I think the technology's really only been maybe 2-3 years where, one, it used to be really hard just to be able to watch video online, and then, two, just to produce it and get it posted, and having places for it to be, where, they just didn't exist. And I think a lot of people now, that's probably part of the reason why they don't do that, is because they just don't think it's that possible. You see like millennials and the younger crowd, like they know that, and that's why they live on YouTube, and they have their own little YouTube shows and things like that. But I think probably the 35 and older crowd, it's still something that they don't really realize is possible.
It's super valuable. Now, I don't know if you have any analytics for this or data, but your personal observation, if someone were to create a video ad and they wanted to put it on one platform, which one do you think is just most valuable and that converts best? Like, is it YouTube? Is it the ads that you see before a YouTube video? Right.
I would say it's product specific, because so like Instagram is really great for things, fashion, makeup, food, and the same with Pinterest. Those two, Instagram and Pinterest.
Can you do Pinterest video ads?
You can do Pinterest video ads. Yeah, and that's like you can put videos on Pinterest, like just post videos on there, and most people didn't even. So it's something that's really underutilized. So it's kind of the wild west. So
it's good to get in.
Other things like we're talking about maybe story type videos or things like that. Facebook or YouTube. There's a lot of data that shows doing a Facebook and YouTube ad, in tandem, like running them on both platforms, drastically, like sometimes up to like 45% as far as your conversion, overall. And YouTube is a great one too, because I think it's underutilized, because you can just, if you do it right, you can get really cheap clicks on YouTube, and a lot of it's the second largest search engine in the world, and a lot of people just don't use it. Like they're just, everybody's just, I'm on Facebook, and Facebook's great, but you never know. Something might, especially with all the Facebook stuff going on with Facebook now, they could just flip a switch, and now your ad, you can't run your ads anymore. They're not as effective or whatever. So I would, those are kind of the Instagram Pinterest combo, and I would probably do the Facebook YouTube combo. Those are two really good.
Did you say something about the first 10 seconds of an ad is free if someone clicks?
Yeah, I think that's still, I wouldn't be,
you want to
exactly, but so it's like if you click before the first 10 seconds, then they don't count that as a click.
It'd be like super engaging the first 10 seconds, yet I guess actually, so with storytelling, they want you to have kind of that clickbait first.
And that's the thing too, and you want to do that anyway, even if it wasn't a free click with YouTube, because you want to get them off that page before they actually watch the video that they wanted to watch. So you want to really kind of front load it, so the first 10 seconds you're trying to get them to take some kind of action, whatever that action may be. So.
Awesome. Well, Rob, you've provided so much value here. Where can people find you?
Yeah, so you can just, if you go to videotelepathy.com, and then if you actually want to talk to somebody or have questions, we don't ever really try to sell anybody, we just answer questions, but you can go to videotelepathy.com/ecom, and you can actually schedule an appointment to talk to somebody.
So if our viewers have questions about video photography, they can just ask you guys there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Take advantage of that, guys.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again, Greg.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching, and if you want to get started with your Amazon FBA business today, then I'm going to send you some free video training, just so you get a better understanding of how this whole process works, more of a step-by-step, in-depth guide, so that you can also enjoy this abundant internet lifestyle. So to gain access, all you got to do is go to luxhealth.com/onlinebiz, enter your name and your email address and subscribe, and immediately I'm going to send you your first training. But if you don't get that email right away, sometimes it goes to the spam folder. Sometimes you have to opt into the mailing list, so just be aware of that. And don't worry, I'm not going to spam you, but I will be sending you several emails over the course of several weeks, just because I don't want to bombard you with information, too much information at once. You're going to get into analysis paralysis. So look out for my emails, valuable content for you to get started on Amazon, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye guys.